It's nice to see so many men here. A round of applause for yourselves. Thank you. Thank you for supporting this and supporting us. Okay, a few more people and then I'll request Neha to come to the stage and deliver the opening speech. As I said before, this is the third Devi Awards in Kolkata and the New Indian Express. It's the 24th of our awards. We've done them all across India, from Delhi to Mumbai, from Chennai to Hyderabad. And we're very proud that we've returned here to this wonderful city, which I think values women more than most others. And yes. And so does the New Indian Express. You will note that our CEO, our editor, our director, they're all women, and they show you exactly why women are such great leaders. Khushbu has just come in. Thank you so much for coming, Khushbu. A round of applause for her too, please. Mr. Chawla, you can't sit so far away. You have to come up front. Come. Great. So we're going to be awarding 11 Devis today. Well, 12 actually. One award is to two wonderful women out there. They're already there. They do some terrific work in Karomi Handloom. We'll talk a little about that. And over the years, we started this in 2014. Over the years, we've, as I said, done 23 award ceremonies all across India. We've had more than 250 winners from across so many different fields, scientists to entrepreneurs, actors to engineers, all sorts of women doing remarkable work. And the idea really is to highlight the ones who are not so well known, who are not so celebrated, but perhaps doing work that is hidden in plain sight. And that really is often the case with most women. I think their histories are usually hidden in plain sight and we can't see their contributions. But I think increasingly in India, we are beginning to acknowledge their contributions, whether it's in science or whether it's in sport. Look at the remarkable work our sportswomen have done during the Asian Games. I think, you know, from archery to athletics, they've excelled in so many different fields. Sports that we didn't even know India could be good at. Scientists, whether it's virologists or rocket scientists, they've done amazing work. And of course in the arts as well. And if a women's reservation is passed and finally we get 33% reservation, I think it's not such a bad thing. One of the good things that this government has done. Of course, we have to see when it happens. That's the big question. That only Mr. Chawla can tell us. And maybe we see Khushbu in Parliament, right? You never know. Okay, so I think time to begin. So let me formally welcome you again, all of you. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'd like to open by asking Neha Perewal, our director, the New Indian Express, to say a few words. Neha, let me tell you, came to the city 15 years ago, but I think she's made it her own. And the city loves her back as much as I think she loves it. And she's done some remarkable work with Indulge, which really celebrates the aesthetic and the real luxury of the Made in India label. And it does it so well. So congratulations, Neha. And may I request you now to come to the stage and deliver the welcome speech.
Good evening, friends. It's indeed a pleasure to be back with the third edition of Devi Awards in Kolkata. In this venerable land of Bengal, the primordial deity has always been Kali, or the Divine Mother. Even the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, being subordinate to her. It is certainly not therefore a coincidence that this unique state has as its head a dynamic woman representing woman power. On woman power, I am reminded of an anecdote from the other side of the globe. When Robert Menzies was re-elected as the Prime Minister of Australia, he was accosted by reporters. One of them asked him, Mr. Menzies, now that you've become the PM, will the forces controlling you take over? To which he quipped, gentlemen, I will answer any question, but please leave my wife out of it. Women power at work there too. In India, we have always believed that Devi personifies all that is divine. She is revered as the universal mother, as one who embodies all aspects of womanhood. She has a thousand names and faces and countless tasks and talents. Even as a fierce warrior, heroically slaying the most vicious demons, she retains her composure and radiant beauty. Our ancient texts also teach us that where there is respect for women, there is the presence of divine. We, at the New Indian Express Group, believe that strong, independent women are the backbone of the nation. We act on our belief by organizing the Devi Awards, which recognizes and honors exceptional women across sectors who display dynamism and innovation in their line of work. Our Devis are those women who have had the inner strength to overcome obstacles and achieve any goals, even in those situations when they are discriminated against or when they are limited in their resources. They are women who believed in their uniqueness and have quietly demonstrated that there are no barriers or limits that can prevent women from excelling personally and professionally. The success of our Devis is a testimony to this fact. Let's get to know these exceptional women, our Devis, and celebrate their journey. Thank you very much.
May I now request Sharmishta Ghoshal, the Deputy Editor of the New Indian Express, to come and talk a little about Indulge, which is why we're here. Sharmishta, I have to tell you, is this one-woman powerhouse. She knows everybody, I think, in this city, and everybody knows her. Sharmishta, please, can we have you on stage? And can you tell us a little more about Indulge?
Thanks, Kaveri, for such a heartwarming introduction. A very good evening to everyone present, and a very big thank you for making our Deviawards so very special every year. The clout and performance of an editorial operation, it is more or less placed or depends upon the numbers, but possibly more in the gusto and verve of its members. The Indulge editorial family in Kolkata, on paper, is a family of just 3 individuals. But, however, what this team lacks in numbers, it compensates with enthusiasm. This team, like the rest of us in TNI, believes that quality is the new quantity. And in an age when the practice is to shovel stories indiscriminately, our small team strives to add value to different events, adding substance to everything we cover, and perhaps more important, try to generate new ideas to engage the public. One small example of this effort led us to pit 2 formidable acting talents of Bangladesh and West Bengal, Jaya Ahsan and Swastika Mukherjee respectively, in a groundbreaking fashion shoot that not only got lakhs of rave reactions, but also a wide coverage in the media across both the countries. It is as a result of this approach that the fashion shoots of Indulge have been acclaimed in the city by one and all. However, none of this would have been possible without the unstinting support or the indulgence of stars, photographers, fashion designers, models, makeup artists, stylists who bestowed upon us at the most ungodly hours and for obliging us with the most outrageous demands. Artists to restaurateurs, choreographers to theater artists, actors to dancers, we bow to all of you. Thank you for making Indulge such a huge success in such a short span of time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sharmishta. And what's amazing is that their budgets are not as vast as they look. The results look much, much better than their budgets are. So that tells you how good we are with our household expenses. Okay, so now it's the lighting of the lamp, the traditional ceremony. May I invite Khushbu Sundar, Mr. Prabhu Chawla, Editorial Director, The New Indian Express, Neha Periwal, Director, The New Indian Express, and Lakshmi Menon, CEO, The New Indian Express, to please light the lamp. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Great. Thank you so much. We're trying to do something a little special for all of you. We've got two formidable talents, Jaya Seal, an actor and dancer, Rongali Biswas, a musician and academic. We've got them to do a little leg dem for you. May I please request, thank you. Thank you so much. May I now please request Jaya to come on stage and do a Devi Stuti and really kick off the ceremonies today. Jaya, over to you.
नमस्ते रुद्ररूपिणी नमस्ते
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Jaya. May I request you to please stay on stage? And may I ask Rongili Biswas to come to the stage and tell us why art is so important, especially in today's times. Thank you so much, Jaya. That was so beautiful. So, Rongili, may I begin with you and ask you, how has politics shaped your art?
Yeah, so you were talking about, can you just repeat the question? Sorry, so many people are moving on the stage. So.
How politics has really shaped your art?
Okay, this is of course a tricky question. Thank you very much for asking this, and thank you for inviting me over here. I really feel privileged. I think when you are talking about politics, you know, no art can be totally divorced from it. Mine one certainly isn't, because it's informed by some kind of social and political context. Because if I'm talking about my music and my writing as well, but music first and foremost, you know, my music has started from the idea of an archive. My father's and my mother's work as well, but my father's music. So
please do tell people a little about your father. They may not be so familiar.
Okay. So, yeah, I was coming to that. So my father, Hemangu Vishesh, was one of the stalwarts of the new music movement of the 40s. He was one of the probably the most important figure in the northeastern region, in Assam and the northeast, where he was organizing. He was a composer, a singer, and an activist, musical, you know. So he was organizing people also under this banner of IPTA, or Indian People's Theatre Association, which was a leftist cultural movement starting in 1943 and then continuing in some form even today. So this leftist cultural movement, Progressive Writers Association, that was another part of it, the Writers Association. So my father's music actually, Bhupen Hazarika, Hemangu Vishesh, my father, Shalil Chaudhuri, Devrata Vishesh, they were from this generation where their work, their music, everything was, Ritik Ghatak, Utpal Datta as well, were informed by this larger politics around, larger social questions around. And around his birth centenary in 2012, we were trying to build an archive, a collection actually of his work, and which finally led to an archive. We were initially not so sure. And I was coming to your question. So while building up this archive, what I saw, Gavri, was that okay, there were so many things there, such a varied, you know, it could be a very varied and rich archive, but a museum, no, that we don't want. Some writings, collections, okay, fine. But then what? This archive needs to be talked about and performed, in a way. Because it doesn't make sense otherwise. Okay, few people will maybe will read.
And also we have an oral tradition in India anyway.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Songs passing down generations.
Exactly. So I was coming to this question of IPTA and my father's work and Bhupen Hazarika's work and Ritik Ghatak's work and all the stalwarts. So what is very, very important here, because you mentioned the oral tradition, that's why I'm saying what is very, very important here is that IPTA as an organization believed that our folk forms, folk theatre, folk music, other folk dance, that should inform our protest songs.
Right.
It should come from below. And all this cultural figures, they should learn actually. They should go and learn from, you know. So those regional conferences of IPTA were replete with regional artists. Such talented artists. They were not all from, I mean, really, really talented artists from that region and the forms. So what I decided was, therefore, one cannot just start singing all of a sudden. Like one has to talk about it. One has to give the history of it. one has to give the background, the cultural background, the political background, and therefore, when one is talking like that, like somewhat like Dastangoi tradition, or some kind of an Kathak, you know, in Bangla we call it Kathak. So this kind of a tradition where you narrate a story, you narrate the history, you narrate the context, and then you start performing that. And also you explain the form, the musical form, the folk form that he or she is borrowing from the artist.
So you have to sing now.
And then sing. That makes some sense, probably. Yeah. So, because this is also a kind of, you are asking questions and you're trying to reply. I don't know how far I'm going close to you, how far close I'm going to your question.
You're doing fine.
But the point is that it's a wonderful opportunity to talk about this, and I will just show bits of, you know, you have to excuse me because I'm not in my best shape. I had a viral last week, but I'll try my best to sing a few lines just to show how the question of politics. So I'll start with a nearly unheard song of Hemangu Biswas, let's say. He didn't have the opportunity in his later life to perform because, of course, people will demand certain songs, you know, those who became popular by, you know, not by a particular, I mean in a particular way. So this one was not, but the words will be very clear. This song is composed against the background of the, you know, this demand for the release of political prisoners, 1978. You think about this, the new government has come to power, and civil rights movement is gaining ground. And here he's composing. This is not exactly a folk bass, but I find the tune very beautiful, and I will see informally, of course. I'm used to singing, you know, I'm not used to singing sitting here, but then we can't, Manubda, if you can just give A. So this song is called Karagaru Bundi Nahi Chai Shundi Pahar Tolano Birodal. It's using a raga form in a very different manner. It's just 4 lines. Karagaru Bundi Nahi Chai Shundi Pahar Tolano Birodal Bhuli nai Adharer Alo Kamol Karagaru Bundi Nahi Chai Shundi Pahar Tolano Birodal Bhuli nai Adharer Alo Kamol Gurho Prachi Ranturale Hotaru Bhishundhi Nagini Dirni Shashe Batash Bishogundhi Gurho Prachi Ranturale Hotaru Bhishundhi Nagini Dirni Shashe Batash Bishogundhi তাই বুকের খুনে উষ্ণ হলো প্রস্তর শীতল পাহাড় টলানো বিরদাল ভুলি নাই আধারের আলো কমল.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So how important is poetry and music, especially at a time like this? You talked about 1978, the civil rights movement.
Yes.
We're not in the best of times today as well. How important is music and poetry at this time?
Gaviri, this is such an important question for me. I see poetry, music, writing. Of course, they have the healing power, as far as I'm concerned, but the question is much larger than me. Like, you are asking something that, how far, you know, what their role can be in today's situation. And because I come mainly from a folk, my training is in, of course, somewhat in classical, but mainly folk. So when you say this, immediately it comes to my mind. I was listening to. In fact, I have seen her perform face to face quite a few times. But that day only, a couple of days back, I was listening to Tijan Bai. Okay.
Yeah.
So this, she's performing Mahabharata in the Pandavani form. What is she doing? I mean, she's a mesmerizing performer, but that thing apart. I'm just talking about the content of what she's presenting. She still keeps presenting. That is Mahabharata, but with this twist of Bhima being the hero, and if you go, I'm sure you have also seen her performing. It's on a completely different level that she tries to subvert the dominant narrative, as it were. So she gives these twists and turns through a folk form to this dominant narrative and to the distorted forms that we often see now. Mahabharata's distorted form, Ramayana's distorted form. So the folk forms often does this. In our Bengali folk music, we have, all of us present here, we know about the syncretic tradition of Sufi and Bauls, of course. I don't have to say much about this, but I will talk also about very shortly, because we don't have time, about a particular genre of folk music, Bengal's folk music, which is Bhavaya, which is practiced, many of you may know. It is practiced mainly, it's a traditional form, it's practiced mainly in the northern parts of Bengal, so it's Dinajpur, Coach Bihar, Jalpaiguri, Lower Assam, which is Dhubri, and in Bangladesh, Rangpur. So if you draw a line, a horizontal line, maybe they will be somewhat on a line. But this tradition of Bhavaya, traditional Bhavaya, I'm saying, this is, the songs are totally women-centric, and the tunes are beautiful. And I was writing and I had to write an article on Pratima Borua, who is considered to be the doyen of Gwalparia Bhavaya, which is the Assamese form of Bhavaya. Not Assamese, actually, it's the Bengali-speaking Assamese, Lower Assamese Bhavaya. And I was researching again about the lyrics of the songs, and I saw these are so powerful. Women just talking about their own oppression in a feudal or maybe semi-feudal society, and they are just, the tunes are beautiful. But today, I don't have an opportunity to sing a Bhavaya. I don't think so. In any case, I'm singing only bits and parts. So, parts of songs. So I will just, if I may take one moment to sing again a very rare song from Bangladesh. This is probably by, I'm saying probably because no one knows who is Madan Shah. But Madan Shah from Bangladesh, maybe someone else has written it in his name, but Madan Shah of Bangladesh has, Madan Fakir, we call him, he has written a song which is very direct, absolutely directly talks about politics of today's time. So it's called Amar Pod Theikache Mondire Moschide. So I'm here, you're calling me a guru. So it's not guru, it's Shai, so my mentor. But I can't reach you because my way, all my ways are blocked by mondirs and mosjids. And in the world of love, there are so many stumbling blocks. Quran, Puran, Toshbi, and Mala. It's unbelievable that someone is singing that without getting lynched at a point. It's probably from early 20th century or late 19th century. So, pod thekache mondire mosjide. Jesus, Jishab. আমার পথে ঠিক আছে মন্দিরে মসজিদে আমার পথে ঠিক আছে মন্দিরে মসজিদে ও তোমার ডাক শুনে সাই চলতে না পাই, ডাক শুনে সাই চলতে না পাই, আমায় রুখে দাঁড়ায় গুরুতে মুর্শিদে, মন্দিরে মসজিদে আমার পথে ঠিক আছে, মন্দিরে মসজিদে প্রেম দুয়ারে নানান তালা, কোরআন পুরাণ তসবি মালা, প্রেম দুয়ারে নানান তালা, কোরআন পুরাণ তসবি মালা, হায় গুরু এ বিষম জ্বালা, হায় গুরু এ বিষম জ্বালা, কেন্দে মদন মরে খেদে, মন্দিরে মসজিদে আমার পথে ঠিক আছে, মন্দিরে মসজিদে।
Wonderful. Thank you. Jaya, may I ask you a question? How important, as I said, I mean, she's already told us about how important poetry and music is to us. How important is art in today's times in uniting people? I mean, you're a Bengali, if I'm not mistaken, who
Correct.
performs
Yeah.
Bharatnatyam. You know, the kind of diversity that we see in our country, why is it so important to retain it?
I think, first of all, being a human being, art is very important. Without a good soul, good person, you can't pursue art. And without art, you can't live a beautiful life. So I'm from Assam, but I'm Bengali. And I was fond of Bharatnatyam dance from childhood. But I was also folk dancer, Bihu dancer. And when she's saying about Assam, I feel very connected.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, Pratima Bodua, Golpuriya Sangit and everything. So I think art gives us the unity to everyone. Because when I go to my guru, Vidushi Rama Vaidyanathan in Delhi, I see all of our students are from different places. But we are pursuing one art form. But it's not this Bharatnatyam is one form. There's a lot of other forms we go to see, we want to learn, because all those knowledge, because I'm from NSD also, a theater person. So all this knowledge make you complete as a person. With that, with art, one more point I want to add, spirituality. Art gives you spiritual journey. So sometimes I feel when people are more inclined to arts, sometimes they get God on stage.
Yeah.
That the God is there. So this is art's blessing to us, to humankind. I think whoever is lucky to pursue art, they can live a very beautiful life. This is, for me, art is very important. Thank you.
Wonderful. I'd like to end, since we have little time, with the Jugal Bandi that we planned. Rangali, you'll sing and you'll perform. May I request you to do that?
Sure, we'll do that.
Just one word. This has been used by Ritik Ghatak. It's a famous song in that sense from Sylhet, from the Sylhet region of Bangladesh. Aigu Ma Koleloi, and this has been used as the theme song of Meghera Katara.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
So I think that's the movie everyone can relate to.
We are trying something, me, Jayadi and me. This is
That's the beauty of art. We always experiment.
Yeah, I have to say that it's very short notice.
Yeah,
and we
it's
just
very
did
short.
little bit small piece. I think we can justice
sure.
that, because Ritik Ghatak is God to us,
Yeah.
or film person. Thank you.
go maha kulelo galahati gathiya ju tumi hi jima dukhini parani jani gumatari যাও বুঝি যাহা মায়ের ঘর শূন্য করে মোর ঘর দুঃখিনী মা রইব কেমনে তোমায় বিদায় দিয়া গো আয় গো মা কোলে
Wonderful. Thank you so much, both the ladies. I think it was quite an experiment, but it went off very well. Thank you very much. I think a round of applause for them. May I request Lakshmi Menon to come to the stage and give away tokens of our appreciation to these wonderful women. And thank you, Manubda, for...
Just to,
Yes,
that's
thank
what
you
I
so
didn't
much.
get a chance to introduce
you so
Manu
much.
Bhattacharya, who was accompanying me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we move on now to the main attraction, as it were. But before that, we have a short message from Ms. Meenakshi Lekhi, Union Minister of State for External Affairs and Culture. May we have the video, please?
Namaskar. I would like to congratulate the New Indian Express and Indulge for the third edition of the Devi Awards in Kolkata, which is also the 24th across India. I have long admired the group for its commitment to empower women by recognizing their contribution in every field. It would have been my privilege to join you personally to celebrate the occasion. Unfortunately, I can't due to official commitments. I'm delighted that my colleague from Tamil Nadu will be there amongst you. Khushbu Sundarji is an excellent actor and a public-spirited politician. You couldn't have chosen a better chief guest than her. My best wishes to the winners who represent the diversity of talent and accomplishment across many spheres. Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi's government's commitment to women is demonstrated most recently in the passing of the Nari Shakti Vandan bill, which is now an act, is unfaltering and unwavering. Congratulations to all the winners. The more we hold each other up, the better we women will do. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much. So Khushbu, see, we've got a special welcome for you. Come. Can we have you on stage? We'll have a quick Q&A with Khushbu and then we'll get on to the awards. I think one of the things that Ms. Lekhi spoke about was the more we hold each other up, the stronger we'll be. And Khushbu, in a way, your life has been testament to this. I think you've been surrounded by strong women, beginning with your mother, Although sometimes I think, were you a mother to her or was she a mother to you? And a whole lot of your friends and people who worked with you, they really stood by you in very tough times, including the time when you had 22 criminal cases against you all over Tamil Nadu, with a little statement you made to India Today at that time. So how important is it for women to stand up for each other?
Hello, good evening. It's an honor and a privilege to be here today in Kolkata, one of my favorite cities. Kaveri, coming to your question, I think it's extremely important for women to stand by each other. It's not only where you stand, irrespective which part of the country you come from, which part of the world you come from, where you are. I think it's just that we need to support each other. Now the times are changing, but we have seen times where we normally used to say that women would never want another woman to succeed. So times have changed, and I'm glad that we are coming into a different part of the society altogether, where even the men are coming together to make sure that women succeed. And gone are the days where certain areas you still have the patriarchal and very misogynist attitude you still see in the country and the world, but most of the places, I think, and today when we celebrate Deviawards here, so it shows that we all are together, and how it is important to encourage a woman by patting her back and say that, come on woman, you can do it, you can make it, because the world is waiting for you to spread your wings and fly high. That one little pat and one little push actually can make a lot of difference. When it comes to me, I have been surrounded by a very strong woman, starting with my mother, and I always say she's the little pataka dhamaka in my life. At 4'10", a very short woman, uneducated, but I think the most strongest woman I have ever seen. And yes, there have been very, very important women in my life who have stood by me come storm or rain or anything. Especially my friends who have just stood like pillar of rock support to me in the worst situations. And of course now I say my biggest support system are my two beautiful girls.
Wonderful. But Khushbu, may I ask a little difficult question? You're a woman with an opinion and a mind of her own. You're also a Muslim woman in the BJP. These are three things which are not the smoothest, they don't create the smoothest road to success. But you seem to flourish nonetheless, and you speak your mind whichever party you're in. How do you get the courage, and how do you sort of stand up for the truth?
For me, it's extremely important that I speak my mind, irrespective where I come from, which platform I stand on. Because I'm a self-made woman, and I have really struggled and worked hard to reach the position where I am, and I have a thinking mind. Yes, there are times when a thinking woman, and to hell with modesty, a little beautiful thinking woman
yes, I think we can agree on that.
Is not supposed to speak her mind, because, and if you come from film industry, it's an absolutely no-no. They said, women in films, you're not supposed to be brainy enough to speak your mind. But I think for me, the journey has been smooth because I've always stood my ground. I have always made a point to speak what I have to speak. And if I feel the party I belong to, and I feel that if my party is also on the wrong, I do not hesitate in voicing my opinion. And I am glad that I'm in a party which allows me to speak my mind, irrespective which background I come from. So I'm glad for that.
Right. A little louder. Yeah, thank you. Khushbu, also you're now a member of the National Commission for Women, and there are things that come to your notice that perhaps we don't really know about. What really is going on among the women of India, the ones in cities, the ones in villages? What's going on? Are they as powerful and successful as we think they are, or is the struggle really a long and hard one even now?
See, as a member of NCW, I get to see the other side of the world altogether.
Yeah.
We have very severe cases where we see women are harassed in every possible way. They are assaulted physically, mentally, verbally. And that is something very alarming. And the most cases what we get is about, you still get cases about dowry harassment. But apart from that, what really sets me thinking is the cases what we get are from the educated clan of women who have actually been fooled into a relationship, who have been fooled into parting away with their valuables, and they trust a man and they leave the families, and then they have complaints about that. And there are some people who do not want to be named, and I say that when you file a complaint, we need a complete detail about who is responsible, and we need your name. And that's when the minute you say that you have to file a legal complaint with, whether it's with NCW or with the police, which eventually the police has to investigate, they take a backseat. They just go back and they say, no, 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 no. If you can help us personally, it's fine, but we do not want our name to be said.
So there's still a lot of reluctance.
The reluctance I do not understand is unless you do not call out or shout out to a person who has been responsible for your turmoil and the pain what you go through, and you still think that no, and the only problem is they say, no, we live in a society where we do not want the world to know what I'm going through. And this is something which baffles me. I don't understand that why are we still talking about, I live in one particular society and I have to protect my identity so that the world doesn't know what I'm going through. So that baffles me, because I think a strong woman is someone who is capable of speaking her mind, especially about her problems. And I feel that you cannot find a solution to a problem if you do not address it with utmost honesty. So if you think that I need to sail on both the boats simultaneously, that doesn't work. You're going to fall flat in the middle.
Right. And Khushbu, also coming back to your life, you've been working since the age of 10. It's amazing. But you know, that idea of financial independence and how it makes you an independent woman, when did that finally really hit home to you?
I think in 1986, when my dad, I was 16 years old, and dad just left us halfway through with whatever, because I was a minor, so he was managing my finances. He had the locker keys, everything. So he just took off one evening with everything. And even the kind of films I was doing. I had just started in South. And I was in fact on my second or third film in Telugu, and he called up my producers and said that she'll come for a shoot from tomorrow only if you pay me right now. So one producer gave, the other didn't, because he was aware of the kind of problems my dad was creating. So I think that's when, because my mom and 3 older brothers in Chennai, I had just moved to Chennai in 86, I had moved to Chennai. So the place was new, I was in a rented apartment, we didn't know what to do next and how I'm going to find work next. So I think managing mom, who was very young then, husband just leaving her overnight. So I think that was the most difficult period for us. And that's when it hit that I overnight became the head of the family, because nobody else was there. My brothers, they were new to the place. They had nothing to do. And their studies were uprooted. So I think I overnight became the head of the family.
But you've been the head of the family since then.
Yes, I have been the head of the family, but then when it comes to my family, I'm still the younger one. They say, okay, shut up, enough, settle down, you know where you belong.
And possibly the last question, Khushbu, you know, when you moved to the South, it was still something that people did if they didn't succeed in Mumbai, right? That was always the thing. But you see the South now and the recognition that the industries in the South are getting globally. And you think, obviously, you knew something that the rest of us didn't. And, you know, the southern film industries are doing so much better than Mumbai. What is it about it, you think, that makes it so successful globally?
I think the best thing about South Indian film is professionalism, dedication, not 100%, I would say 200% dedication. And they don't believe in shosha, what you see otherwise. It's like Chennai, even today, Tamil industry, even today, is like you finish work, you come back home, you won't find people partying or going out late nights. Or we do meet, we have friends, we do meet in each other's homes, but it stays there.
You have what, that gang of what, 20s?
80s, gang, 80s. Class of 80s.
Yeah, just tell people a little about it. It's so much fun.
Okay,
the members.
Yes, class of 80s is we have formed a group. We all actors of the 80s. All the senior actors, and I'm the last in that group. The youngest, I just budged in. I said I have to be part of it. So I think we are almost 40 of us in that group, and from all the 4 South Indian industry, including some of them from Mumbai. And we meet every year. It's a reunion kind of a thing. We meet every year, and this year is going to be, if you leave out the 2 years of COVID, what took away. This is the 11th year, and we're having a reunion again on the 9th of December. Whichever the part of the world we might be in, we make sure that we are there on 9th. It's a way of supporting each other. It's a way of telling each other that we do not have any kind of, I don't know, I mean, every time you meet somebody, your colleagues, and it's like, "Arey yaar, how have you been? It's been so long, काफी दिन से मुलाकात नहीं हुई," and that's how you go. And this is where we thought, why not form a group where we keep meeting? And you won't believe that 11 years we all have been in this one group, and every day starts with one good morning. And whatever happens in our life, whether we have had idli or samosas or noodles, we share it. There's a confusion about what kind of clothes you need to wear. We wear it. So when I have dressed up, the first thing I do is I take pictures and I send it to my group. Is it okay? Am I fine to move? Am I fine to go now? And they're like, no, I think you should do this, you should do that. Some suggestions come. So I think it's a wonderful family what we have formed, 40 of us.
Who are the members? There's Priyadarshan's wife.
There's Lissy, there's Radhika Sharat Kumar, Suhasini Mani Ratnam, you have Jackie Shroff, Poonam Dhillon, you have Tina Ambani, you have Anil Kapoor, you have Chiranjeevi, you have Mohanlal, and you name it.
All the leading lights.
We all are part of it. We all are part of that group, and I think it's one of the most beautiful groups
what we have.
I wish
we could be a member of that WhatsApp group.
I wish we could bring in more people, but then this 40, we feel that we are very protective. So we said this is one family and we need to protect it.
Wonderful. So just to get back to the point about the southern film industry. So there really is, there's total dedication to the movie, to the craft.
Absolutely. It's once you start working, we do not find any of the heroes throwing tantrums. Like I would like to give an example of Mr. Kamal Hassan, whose film Vikram is a huge success. Huge. But when Vikram started, halfway through, Mr. Kamal Hassan had a surgery. He had a major fracture on his shin. And the surgery went wrong. So there was a pus oozing out of his wound. But this man continued shooting for that film because he knew if he had to stop, then the producer going to, he has his own production, but even then, the other artists, Fahad and Vijay Sethupath's dates were there. He didn't want to waste the dates. He said, no, I need to continue. The surgery can wait. And this is one man who has been working, whatever he makes, he puts it back into films. He doesn't know any other business. He eats, breathes, sleeps cinema. So you see the success rate. When I was shooting with Mr. Rajnikant, he came to the set just 5 minutes late. And he was like, he kept on saying sorry to every member in the unit, saying that I'm sorry, I had to make you wait. And we had to say, sir, it's fine, आप सिर्फ 5 minutes late थे. नहीं, 5 minutes तक आप लोग इंतजार कर रहे थे. So I think the kind of humility all these actors have, and I think they just let their work speak. They don't speak otherwise. They just let their work speak. And I think that is what the formula of success is. कि बाकी कुछ नहीं, we don't have a PR team, we don't have this social media promote करने के लिए, but then we will allow our work to speak to them for themselves. And I have been fighting for South Indian films, because every time we used to see Indian Film Festival, or we used to say about Indian Film Awards, it always used to be about Hindi. And I stopped going to these awards because I said, when you say Indian, you have to include all the other languages. That includes South also. Because South is right at the bottom, we were always looked down upon. But I'm glad today, globally, people have been looking up at South Indian cinema, whether it's music, whether it's A.R. Rahman or Keerwani or Rajamouli.
Dance.
Yep, dance, you name it, and people are turning back and looking at South Indian films, at what more can we give. And you see the success rate in recent times. You look at Vikram, you look at Ponniyin Selvan, you look at Kantara, you look at Triple R, you look at Bahubali, you name it, and you have everyone. And even like today, if you have Jawan, it's directed by a South Indian director.
Exactly.
So that's it.
Great. Wonderful. Kushbu, as always, wonderful to talk to you, and I'll ask you to stay back. One, for Lakshmi to give a token of appreciation to you, and then to give away the awards. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure.
मैं हिंदी में बात करूं?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सर।
कि आजकल सवाल पूछने का ज़माना नहीं है, इसलिए मैं थोड़ा डर रहा था कि सवाल पूछने चाहिए कि नहीं पूछने चाहिए।
सवाल आप बिल्कुल आसानी से पूछ सकते हैं।
आराम से पूछे कि आप फिल्म एक्ट्रेस रही हैं, जहाँ पर आर्ट, एक्सप्रेशन, एवरीथिंग इज फ्रीडम इज़ अलाउड देयर। आपका सफ़र बड़ा लंबा है, पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ में भी हैं। आपको लगता है पहले किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी में जहाँ थी, वहाँ आपको बोलने की फ्रीडम ज़्यादा थी, जहाँ आज हैं वहाँ ज़्यादा है?
मैं तो कहूँगी जहाँ आज हूँ, लेट आए दुरुस्त आए, लेकिन आज जहाँ हूँ वहाँ पर फ्रीडम ज़्यादा है। वहाँ पर इससे पहले जहाँ थी, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, वहाँ पे दिखावा बहुत रहता है।
अच्छा, आप यहाँ बीजेपी में फ्रीडम ज़्यादा है बोलने की?
बहुत ज़्यादा फ्रीडम है, वहाँ पे दिखावा रहता है, वहाँ पे कहा जाता है यही बोलना है, यही करना है। बाहर दिखाने के लिए हम डेमोक्रेसी की बात करते हैं, लेकिन एक्चुअली
अंदर पार्टी में बोलती हैं आप, बाहर नहीं बोल सकती?
नहीं, बोल सकते हैं, कहीं भी बोल सकते हैं। आज देखिए ना, यहाँ बैठी हूँ, मैं बोलती हूँ। वो फ्रीडम है
कि फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन में बात हो रही है ना आजकल की
नहीं, फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन हर जगह है।
ये कि आप कभी बोल नहीं सकते बिना
फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन क्या हो जाता है ना कि जब एक माहौल में होते हैं, हम फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन को थोड़ा हद से ज़्यादा अपनाने की कोशिश करते हैं। हर चीज़ की एक सीमाएं होती है, एक दायरा होता है, और वो दायरे में हम रहें तो वही हमें सिखाया जाता है कि फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन भी हो तो वो हर एक दायरे में होना चाहिए। उससे आगे अगर फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन किसी को हर्ट करने के लिए जानबूझ के कहा जाता है तो वो फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन नहीं कहा जाता है, मेरे ख्याल से उसे कहा जाता है टेकिंग एन एडवांटेज ऑफ दैट फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन।
इसे एक थिंग और है, बिकॉज दिस विमेन रिजर्वेशन, जब महिला हम लोगों के बराबर हैं या हमसे अच्छा काम कर रही हैं, आपको लगता है कि आपको रिजर्वेशन चाहिए किसी चीज़ के लिए?
अगर हमें बिना मांगे सब चीज़ मिल जाती तो हम रिजर्वेशन के लिए क्यों लड़ते?
रिजर्व 33% जबकि आपकी 50%।
नहीं, हम तो चाहेंगे कि अभी तो शुरुआत है, हम तो चाहेंगे 100% हो जाए, क्यों नहीं?
नहीं, मेरा सवाल ये है कि क्या महिलाओं को रिजर्वेशन की ज़रूरत है?
क्योंकि यहाँ पर जो मैं खड़ी हूँ और जिस पोजीशन में मैं हूँ एज ए नेशनल कमीशन फॉर वुमेन भी, मैं देखती हूँ कि औरतों को जो हक मिलना चाहिए वो मिलता नहीं है। हम पॉलिटिकली भी देखते हैं कि पंचायत में आप जाते हैं, पंचायत लीडर जो है वो एक महिला होगी, लेकिन वो सिर्फ नाम के लिए होगी। पंचायत लीडर कहाँ है? वो घर में रसोई में है और सारे डिसीजंस उनके पति महादेव ले रहे होते हैं। और इलेक्शन में भी मैं देख चुकी हूँ कि जहाँ पर एमएलसी के इलेक्शंस होते हैं या एमएलए के भी इलेक्शंस होते हैं, जब हम कैंपेन के लिए जाते हैं तो पता लगता है कि नाम महिला का है लेकिन उनके पतिदेव सामने रहेंगे, नहीं वो तो नाम उनका है, वो जीत जाएंगी, बाकी काम तो मुझे करना है। ये एटीट्यूड आज भी हमारे हिंदुस्तान में है। तो जहाँ तक महिलाओं का सवाल होता है, उनको जितना किया जाए कम है। दो चीज़, एक हमारे किसान और महिलाएं, जितना भी करें हमारे देश में कम है, दोनों को हर हक मिलना चाहिए।
बहुत बढ़िया बात की आपने। आई एम लिटिल वंडरिंग कि पार्टीज जो हैं, चाहे वो कांग्रेस पार्टी हो जिसकी महिला का भी अध्यक्ष थी, 2 महिलाएं, दोनों की गांधी थी, इंदिरा गांधी थी, उसका सोनिया गांधी थी। आपकी पार्टी में आज तक महिला कोई अध्यक्ष नहीं बनी, ना चांस लगता है कोई। तमिलनाडु में आप क्यों नहीं बनी?
मुझे बनना नहीं है। मैं स्टेट पॉलिटिक्स से ज़्यादा नेशनल पॉलिटिक्स में ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट रखती हूँ। स्टेट पॉलिटिक्स में देख चुकी हूँ तो मैं नेशनल पॉलिटिक्स में ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट है मुझे। और अगर आपका ये कहना है और ये मानना है और ये सोचना है कि भाजपा में आज तो कोई महिला प्रेसिडेंट नहीं बन पाई है तो अध्यक्ष आगे भी नहीं बढ़ेगी, अभी तो सिर्फ शुरुआत है। हम अभी तो 9 साल हमने अभी पोजीशन में ली है।
सवाल इसलिए पूछा कि जहाँ महिला अध्यक्ष थी उन्होंने भी महिलाओं को कभी ऑफिस में नहीं बनाया। आपकी पार्टी में महिलाओं के लिए रिजर्वेशन कर दी जो पता नहीं कब आएगी।
रिजर्वेशन आपको भी पता है, आपको भी पता है 2029 में ये लागू हो जाएगा, एक्ट लागू हो जाएगा।
है कि पार्टी में भी 1/3 रिजर्वेशन के लिए कानून बनाने की जरूरत नहीं
है।
पार्टी के अंदर रिजर्वेशन,
पार्टी के अंदर नहीं,
ऑफिस बनाने के लिए कोई रिजर्वेशन के उसके लिए
पार्टी के अंदर तो रिजर्वेशन
वहाँ क्यों नहीं हो रहा है?
वहाँ पे क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? हो रहा है ना। आपके मैक्सिमम जितने भी विमेन लीडर्स हैं और एमओएस या मिनिस्टर्स हैं, द बेस्ट ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स आपने भाजपा में देखा, इससे पहले कहाँ देखा?
आपकी 28 प्रदेशों में अध्यक्ष हैं, उसमें एक भी महिला नहीं है।
28 महिला नहीं है, लेकिन कोई आगे तो आए ना। आप देखें पूरे हिंदुस्तान में, यहाँ पर आपकी ममता जी हैं, हमारे तमिलनाडु में
नहीं, दूसरी पार्टी में महिला हैं।
नहीं नहीं, महिलाएं अध्यक्ष की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, हम कह रहे हैं हम तो उससे भी आगे महिलाओं को बढ़ाना चाहते हैं, उससे भी आगे ले जाना चाहते हैं। आज हमारी मुर्मू जी हैं, हमारी प्रेसिडेंट हैं, वो महिला हैं। हम तो चाहते हैं कि महिलाओं को सबसे ऊंचा दर्ज दिया जाए, सबसे आगे रखा जाए, हमारी कोशिश वही रहेगी।
मोदी जी आप संघर्ष करो, महिलाएं तुम्हारे साथ हैं।
महिलाएं मोदी जी के साथ हैं।
थैंक यू वेरी मच।
थैंक यू।
Great. And may I now request, Lakshmi, please stay on stage, and Khushbu too. May I request Mr. Chawla and Ms. Periwal to come to the stage, and we need to give away the awards now. So let's get on with the awards ceremony. We begin with, I think, one of my favorites this year, Churni Ganguly, for creating real-life characters in her cinema with truth and authenticity. May we have the video, please?
Churni Ganguly, actor. National award-winning actor, director and writer Churni Ganguly is a well-established name in the entertainment industry. Ganguly forayed into theatre and television while pursuing her education at Jadavpur University and then stepped into the role of a school teacher. But her creative side pulled her to Bombay, where she became a national face on television. Her repertoire of works includes Choti Si Asha, Lokhi Chele, Laptop, Varish, Ardhangini and Rocky Aur Rani Ki Prem Kahani, to name a few. She has written and directed Meer Bakshito 2014 and Tariq 2018, both of which earned her national awards.
May we have Churni on stage, please? How has life changed after Karan Johar came into your life?
Actually, I had lost my mother just before I did Rocky and Rani Ki Prem Kahani. So Karan Johar actually gave me a lot of happiness during the shooting of the film. And I was not sleeping well, I was not eating well, I was very, very down during the shooting of the film. But the film had so much in it, there was so much entertainment and much more, which as an actor, filmmaker and writer, I feel is essential, because I believe not in art just for the sake of art, but in art that commits to make a difference, which Rocky Aur Rani did.
Do people expect you to speak like Shashi Tharoor now?
Thank God, no.
Wonderful. It remains one of my favorite performances this year.
Thank you very much, indeed. It means a lot. Thank you,
Wonderful.
thank you. And I thank the New Indian Express group for actually making me a part of this glorious evening. I'm here amongst a lot of inspiring achievers, and I must thank all of you here for giving me a lovely round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Our next award winner is Rimi Nayak for her signature style using colorful prints as well as traditional batik, kantha and other hand dyeing and printing techniques. May we have the video, please?
Rimi Nayak is an Indian fashion designer whose label Rimi Nayak India successfully completed 15 years in global fashion. Specializing in travel and resort wear, her collections are contemporary and eclectic with bold prints and colors. She has been an advocate of a sustainable and ethical approach to fashion by integrating eco-friendly fabrics and working closely with the artisan community. An alumnus of the National Institute of Fashion Technology, or NIFT, she has showcased her collections at various fashion weeks in India and abroad, including the Lakme Fashion Week, and her collections are a favorite among many celebrities as well.
Rimi Nayak, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, we're expecting our award winners to balance so many things. Rimi, may I quickly ask you a question? I think the mic's there. Yes, sorry, Kushbu, I'm making you do all the work. Rimi, is it fair to say that Kolkata has become the fashion capital of the country?
Yeah, definitely. With Sabyasachi and Ambika Khanna, they have led the way.
What is it about it, do you think, that's made it so?
I think the craft, we have a rich heritage of craft, and that has really helped.
Wonderful. Are you wearing one of your creations?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell us how you've
So
done this?
it's a Bengali typography, that's my signature style. So it has it's a famous poet's writing, it's written. And it is also written in the English so that people who don't understand Bengali, they can also read. So it says that, wayfarer, have you lost your way? So basically a lot of Bengalis are forgetting their own roots and they're forgetting their language. So it's just a thought in that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. A huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Rimi Nayak. Our next winner is Neelina Deblal for her work in trying to preserve and protect Kolkata's heritage. May we have the video, please?
Neelina Deblal, PhD, architect and heritage professional. A heritage professional, architectural historian and activist, Neelina Deblal's research interests encompass the history of the late 19th and early 20th century Calcutta, with a view towards conservation and heritage management strategies. Her advocacy manifests in heritage walks, workshops, writings, public discussions and advocacy campaigns, among others. Her work ranges from stakeholder discussions for the Darjeeling Himalayan Railway to research on the evolution of Kolkata's urban fabric under the Calcutta Improvement Trust. She is also a part of the research initiative focusing on Victoria Memorial Hall, which is jointly organized by Syracuse University and Yale University. Neelina has a PhD from the University of Edinburgh and is a recipient of fellowships from the Paul Mellon Centre for the Studies in British Art and the India Foundation for the Arts. A Fellow of the Royal Asiatic Society of Great Britain and Ireland, Neelina is also the author of Calcutta Built Heritage Today, published in 2006.
Ladies and gentlemen, Neelina Deblal. Neelina, can we have you on stage? Kolkata and to saving its heritage because it's really all over the city. And how can we have more of you? More people like you, rather.
So what drew me to Kolkata, Kaveri, is I belong to the city. I was born here. I am a Calcutta girl, and Kolkata is me, and I am Kolkata. You can't take Kolkata out of me. So I gravitate back to Kolkata again and again. I've lived in different parts of the world, but I keep coming back here. And yes, I agree with you. Heritage, to me, has actually become a very broad definition.
It's everything around us. It's not just the buildings. I started with the buildings, yes, because I am an architect. But for me now, it's the city. It's the character of the city. It's the feel of the place. It's the buildings, trees, grass, street corners, markets, the way we encourage interaction. Visitors to the city always say it's such a warm place.
Absolutely.
And it's the city which makes it warm. It's not Delhi. It's not, it's Calcutta. So that's, so that's what makes me tick. And more, well, it's for the younger generation, it's for the next generation, and they are our future. So
Absolutely.
let's see.
Thank you so much. Our next award goes to Shivika Goenka for her academic acumen and determination to nurture coming generations. May we have the video, please?
Shivika Goenka's latest venture is the state-of-the-art R.P. Goenka International School, a world-class institution for international education. The school has state-of-the-art infrastructure, the latest teaching techniques, and a team of highly qualified faculty members. With the school, Shivika aspires to set a new benchmark for excellence in international education in India. Shivika also serves as the director of Quest Mall, spearheading the premier luxury retail destination in East India. She also founded The Loft, an exclusive pop-up space for curated events featuring renowned international luxury brands, designers, and distinguished artists from around the globe. She is also the creative force behind The Gift Studio, a digital gifting portal that offers a diverse range of exquisite gifts available across India in all cities. The brains behind The Wardrobe, a new multi-designer boutique showcasing Indian prêt-wear labels, Shivika has surely set new trends in the city's fashionscape.
May we request Ms. Madhu Neotia to come to the stage and help us in giving away the award to Shivika. And Shivika, may we have you on stage, please? Kolkata and its cultural landscape. We're very honored that she's here to help us giving away the award. And may I ask Shivika to tell us why she chose to create a new school? And I've heard that everyone wants to be enrolled there.
Oh, that's very kind of you. I think giving back to society has always been close to my heart. I think it's really about making a positive impact in the lives of children and just making a difference in their lives, really. So.
But you wear so many hats. Which is your favorite?
I think the education hat. I think to see happy children, I think that's the best.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Shivika. Thank you so much, Ms. Neotia.
Thank you so much.
Our next award winner is Saloni Jhunjhunwala for making Salt House a must-visit in Kolkata's culinary and cultural landscape. Saloni, may we have you on stage? Oh, sorry, we need to play the video first. I forgot. The video?
Saloni Jhunjhunwala started the Salt House out of a passion for food, travel, and entrepreneurship. Having studied journalism at the University of Westminster and worked at several organizations, she grabbed the opportunity to finally start something of her own with the idea of the European restaurant The Salt House in 2014, which became a reality in 2018. In between was another passion project called Chaos Gourmet. She believes the restaurant curates experiences and thus quality scores over quantity. Combining her love for travel, the space organizes food pop-ups in collaboration with chefs all over India to offer a variety of cuisine to the food lovers of Kolkata.
Saloni, may we have you on stage? Come. Saloni, what drew you to Salt House, to creating Salt House? I'm really making Khushbu work today. I'm so sorry.
I definitely wanted to give the city a restaurant with a space which was not seen before, where people were comfortable, not just having food, but also, you know, working, having a space where they could hold pop-ups, where they could have workshops, and that's what it is as of now.
How do you rate the Kolkata foodie? Is he or she more foodie than the Mumbai and Delhi foodie?
Definitely, and they know everything, believe me.
Yeah, wonderful. Great, thank you so much. Our next award winner now, ladies and gentlemen, Sarita Ganeriwala and Sarika Ginodia, for giving us Karomi handloom, an ancient weaving tradition with contemporary hints. May we have the video, please? Also, before I forget, the award winners, please don't go away. We need to do a photo op at the end.
Sarita Ganeriwala, a graduate of the Faculty of Fine Arts, MS University, Baroda, and a postgraduate in Textile Design and Development from NIF Delhi, set up the label Karomi in 2007. Her journey began with a single weaver from rural Bengal whom she convinced to weave experimental Jamdani motifs instead of the traditional ones, thereby setting the tone for what today is the unconventional Karomi Jamdani. Her sister, Sarika Janodia, the CEO and co-founder of Karomi, is a qualified chartered accountant with over 6 years of experience as a research analyst. Sarika handles the label's management affairs, providing more sustainable business leadership to the firm, steering it to further growth. The duo dreams of helping Karomi to evolve and innovate while empowering the artisans through ethical and eco-friendly luxe handloom fashion. For its innovative handloom weaving, Karomi received the UNESCO Award of Excellence for Handicrafts twice, in 2012 and 2014. The brand was chosen to represent the bright future of Indian handwoven textiles on the occasion of the 9th National Handloom Day celebrations organized by the Ministry of Textiles in the presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
May we have them on stage, please? To how many now?
To over 100 now.
Wonderful. And how was this possible? It was one weaver looking at another weaver's success. How did it happen?
So it all began in 2007, and I'd been working in industry for about 8 years when I started Karomi. And I realized that India has such a rich textile heritage. It made no sense to work in export houses and cater to Western designs. I wanted to go back to my roots. So I moved to Bengal and I convinced my sister to join me in this endeavor. And we started the label Karomi. And yes, it began with one weaver. And it was that convincing that one weaver that was the toughest.
Right.
And that one weaver is still with us today. So, the journey was such, see, one weaver sitting on the loom, I'm with him, my sister's backing us, and you know, we're convincing him, hobe, hobe, and he's saying, hobe na didi, hobe na. And we're like, no, you can do it. तुम ही करोगे, you will do it, আপনি করবেন। আর তারপরে মানে after that he's so proud of that first collection that he made. It's just amazing. It was wonderful. And then from him the dyer came in and then other weavers came in and the journey continued and today we're doing so much more.
Wonderful. And you're wearing your creations?
That's right, yes.
Wonderful.
Yes, we are wearing our creations. In fact, one thing I would like to add also is that Karomi is a very sustainable brand.
Right.
We're talking so much about sustainability post-COVID. It's become a need of the day. And we are culturally sustainable because we work with the craft heritage of Bengal. We're trying to keep that alive. We are economic, we also contribute to economic sustainability of the villages because we are generating employment there, working at the grassroots level. And of course, we are environmentally sustainable because our pieces are all hand-woven. We work with natural fibers. So possibly the only power that we use is that one, while weaving at least, is that one bulb that is above the loom.
Wonderful.
So that, and thank you, Indian Express, for recognizing all this effort that we put in. It's been a very challenging journey, but a very fulfilling one. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Our next award goes to Iman Chakrabarti for her musical range, which extends from Tagore songs to popular movie music. May we have the video, please?
Singer Iman Chakraborty got her first break when record label company Saregama decided to produce her first album, Boshte Dio Kache. The album drew the attention of composer Anupam Roy, who was searching for a fresh voice for his composition Tumi Jaake Balobasho. The song from the film Rakton earned her the National Award for Best Female Playback Singer. Following this, she lent her voice to a number of popular film and non-film tracks that turned her into a household name and fetched her a host of prestigious accolades, including a national award, Sangeet Shauman, Banga Bhushan Shauman, and more.
May we have Iman on stage, please? Is we only want you to sing and perform.
I'd love to sing, but so, thank you
sing us your favorite song as well.
I'd like to sing one of my recent favorite songs from the film Ardhangini.
Oh, that's Churni.
The music is by none other than Anupam Roy, and the film is by none other than Kaushik Ganguly.
Yes.
আমি আবার ক্লান্ত পথচারী এই কাঁটার মুকুট লাগে ভারী গেছে জীবন দুদিকে দুজনারই মেনে নিলেও কি মেনে নিতে পারি ছুঁতে গিয়েও যেন হাতের নাগালে না পাই এভাবে হেরে যাই যেই ঘুরে তাকাই কেমন যেন আলাদা আলাদা সব আলগা থেকে তাই খসে পড়েছি প্রায় কেমন যেন আলাদা আলাদা সব
Wonderful.
Thank
it's
you.
been such a rich evening of so much song and dance. Thank you so much, Iman, for being such a sport.
Thank you so very much.
Great. Our next award of the evening goes to Shatabdi Roy for her successful run on screen and for bagging the people's mandate. Can we have the video, please?
Shatabdi Roy is a prominent figure in Indian cinema and politics. She is celebrated for her remarkable acting talent and her contributions to Bengali, Assamese, Odia and Bangladesh movie industries. Roy's acting career took off in the late 1980s and she quickly rose to stardom with her exceptional performances in films like Atanka, Guru Dakshina, Anthardan, Apon Amar Apon, Raja Rani Badshah, Abhimanyu and many others. She became a household name with a string of hit movies that showcased her versatility and captivating screen presence. She has also acted in theatres across the globe. Besides acting, Roy has also shown prowess directing a couple of films like Abhinetri, Friends, Om Shanti, Dhaki and Poriborton. Roy is also recognized for her involvement in politics. She joined the All India Trinamool Congress (TMC) and served as a member of parliament from the Birbhum constituency in West Bengal. She has been a member of parliament Lok Sabha for 3 terms since 2009. She is also an accomplished writer and poet with 10 published books in Bengali. Satabdi Roy's journey, spanning decades, reflects her dedication to both the arts and public service. Her impact on Indian cinema and politics continues to be felt, and her legacy remains an inspiration to aspiring actors and politicians alike.
Unfortunately, Shatabdi can't be here today. It's the sign of times. She's caught up in a meeting, I believe, in the Raj Bhavan. She was one of the earliest to accept, but I think it's election fever is taking over, so she's not with us. The next award goes to Tiyasha Adhyay for her tireless endeavor to conserve West Bengal state animal, the fishing cat. May we have the video, please?
Tiyasha Adhyay has been working tirelessly since 2010 for the conservation of the fishing cat, the state animal of West Bengal, also raising awareness about its critically threatened ecosystem, the wetlands. The fishing cat is a symbol of wetlands, our food supermarkets, water reservoirs and purifiers, as well as our carbon sinks. Adhyay also works on this threatened wild cat in Odisha's Chilika, the largest lagoon of Asia. Because of her team's work, the fishing cat was officially adopted as Chilika's ambassador. Adhyay received Nari Shakti Purashkar, the highest civilian award for women in India in 2016, in recognition of her work on conservation of the fishing cat and nature. Last year, she received the prestigious Future for Nature Award from the Netherlands, which is bestowed to 3 conservationists from around the world annually. Apart from this, she considers herself to be a student of ecology, a subject that examines the relationship between nature and living beings, including humans. A prolific writer, Tiyasha has published more than 100 articles in science communication as well as editorials in leading newspapers. She was also a regular nature writer for the students section at the New Indian Express, Chennai edition.
Tiyasha, may we have you on stage, please? Her earrings, her mother has actually made them with crochet, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Really beautiful. But Tiyasha, yeah, her mom's there in the audience, I think, a proud mother. Tiyasha, what made you choose the fishing cat of all things?
I think I would like to first state what made me choose nature conservation.
Yes.
And, I think this is something that is difficult to look away from when we see the situation, the situatedness in India as a country. We are so rich in our natural diversity, right from the mountains to the seas, to wetlands, to rivers, to everything. We are so rich in our natural heritage. It's so difficult to look away and not fall in love with nature. So when you love something, you want to do something about it. And that is what, has inspired me. And I think this is not only me, this is what all of us would want to do. It's a question of, having people as catalysts in your life who would inspire you to take that first step. And for me, that was my father, who unfortunately I have lost this year. And my mother, who has been like a strong wall behind me. I would also like to take this opportunity to say that, so coming back to a question, actually, what is it about the fishing cat? So in Sundarbans, I went for a tiger census in 2010 when the forest officers showed us, smaller pug marks and said that's a fishing cat. And I kind of came back and had this conversation with my mentor, Mr. Partho De. And he said that, fishing cats are symbols and indicators of wetland ecosystems. What are wetland ecosystems? These are ecosystems that have nourished our culture and nourished our civilization. Without wetlands, we are nowhere. So wetlands are really our mothers, in a sense. And these species are an indicator of that sort of an ecosystem. They are our carbon sinks, they are our water purifiers, they are our food supermarkets. So my mentor said, you know, fishing cat are related to climate change because they are related to wetlands. And climate change determines their future as well as our future. And ever since, I think I knew what I wanted to do in life. Also, I think the age of physics, the age of chemistry, and the age of mathematics has contributed to humanity. This is the age of ecology, where we need to understand how we are interconnected with nature. And I think we already know that we are in the middle of the 6th mass extinction and climate change. It's just that maybe we don't believe it. Because if we did, we would really have worked hard, and I hope we do. I would like to take this opportunity to put forth a request. That is, you know, I have written extensively for the New Indian Express, 26 articles for the students section on nature. I would really like it if this was restarted. So this is a request that I thought I would make on this platform.
Well done.
Thank you so much.
We'll consider that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
The next award goes to Joya Ahsan for being the most wanted actor on both sides of Bengal. May we have the video, please?
Five-time Bangladeshi National Award-winning actress Jaya Ahsan is no new name in Bengal. A class actor, Jaya has mesmerized the audiences here with her impressive acts in much-celebrated films like Bisorjan, Robi Bar, Binishatoi, Aborto, Konto and Bijoya. Jaya is also one of the leads in Kaushik Ganguly's Ardhangini, which is one of the biggest hits in Bengali cinema this year so far. A sensitive artist, Jaya is also set to debut in the Hindi film industry with Aniruddha Roy Chaudhary's next film starring Pankaj Tripathi. A dog lover, gardener and champion of Bangladeshi muslin weaves, the soft-spoken actress is also the brand ambassador of UNESCO in Bangladesh.
Unfortunately, Joya can't be with us. She's had a bereavement in the family, but she sent us a video. May we have the video, please?
Thank you, the New Indian Express, the Morning Standard and Indulge Kolkata for awarding me and making me a Devi. আমি প্রথমেই সকলের কাছে ক্ষমা প্রার্থনা করছি যে আমি সশরীরে উপস্থিত থেকে এই সম্মাননাটি গ্রহণ করতে পারছি না বলে হঠাৎ করেই আমার পরিবারের একজন নিকট আত্মীয় বিয়োগ হবার কারণে আমায় ফিরে আসতে হলো এবং আমি সশরীরে উপস্থিত থেকেই সম্মাননাটি গ্রহণ করতে পারছি না। আশা করি সকলে এটি ক্ষমা সুন্দর দৃষ্টিতে দেখবেন। I also thank to Mr. Manoj Kumar Santhalia, Neha Pariwal, Prabhu Chawla and Khushbu Sindarji for bestowing so much honor on me. Wishing Indulge Kolkata all the very best.
Thank you. May we have Munmun Sutradhar, her friend, to accept the award on her behalf. Is Munmun in the house? Is Munmun here? Ah, there. Sorry. Thank you so much. And now we have a surprise Devi, surprise of the evening. May I request Joyita Sen to come on stage to help in giving away the award. Joyita is Director and Head of Marketing and Design at Senco Gold and Diamonds. Joyita, may we have you on stage? had a very successful IPO, Joyita. Yes, would you like to talk a little about it?
Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for this honor and having me here on stage and giving me this opportunity to speak about it. Um, Unfortunately, in COVID, we lost my father-in-law, Mr. Shankar Sen, and it was his lifelong dream that the company should be something that should live on beyond us. And it's been his life's work, and the IPO journey has taken us 15 years, step by step. It has been a gradual process. And we are very fortunate that we've been able to fulfill his dreams. And we are very humbled and that the response we got was extremely overwhelming. Our IPO, when it came out, it was oversubscribed 77 times. And also the institutional quota was oversubscribed 112 times. So, and also when we listed on the stock exchange, we listed at about 36% over what we really expected. So we've been very blessed and God has been very kind. And
So
I
diamonds are everybody's best friends, not just a girl's best friend, right?
Yes, yes.
Great. So no longer will I keep you in suspense. Our surprise Devi, the last of the evening, is Paoli Dam. May we have the video on Paoli, please? For her soul-stirring work across the Hindi and Bengali film industry.
Our surprise Devi, number 11, started her career with Bengali serial Jibon Niye Khela and has an impressive body of work including Gautam Ghosh's Kalbela and Moner Manush, Debesh Chatterjee's Natoker Moto, Ritu Porno Ghosh's Shob Choritro Kalponik, Atanu Ghosh's Tokhon Teish, Leena Ganguly and Saibal Banerjee's Mati, Pratimdi Gupta's Macher Jol, Anvesha Datta's Bulbul, and Tigmanshu Dhulia's The Great Indian Murder. She is none other than the talented and renowned actress Paoli Dam, who needs no introduction in the world of cinema. The beautiful star's oeuvre boasts of a range of cinema that covers both commercial and serious genres. The actress has recently played a pivotal role in Vishal Bharadwaj's debut web series Charlie Chopra and the Mystery of Solang Valley, that's currently garnering rave reviews, and her latest film Kaushik Ganguly's Palon is running in theatres successfully.
May we have Paoli on stage, please? Everything has a connection to Churni Ganguly, I've seen. She's really the star of the evening. What streaming has done for an actor like you? I mean, The Great Indian Murder, Bulbul, even Charlie Chopra, I just watched it. It's really created a remarkable platform for women, for actors like you, right?
First of all, good evening, and I would like to thank for this sweet surprise. Thank you so much. Yeah, but coming back to your question, I think OTT platforms have opened a new gate for a new opportunity, I would say. The more the platforms, the better for us, right? So, but I think, there is no clash between these two medium when it comes to traditional cinema and when it is OTT. I think they can exist, coexistence is possible, harmony is possible, because the contents are very different.
Yeah.
Like in today's time, I think Kaushikda is here. I shouldn't be talking too much about cinema. And the name of the cinema is Palan. Sorry, আমি ওটা একটু ঠিক করে দিলাম পালান পালাচ্ছে না লোকে দেখছে সেটার জন্য অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ থ্যাংক ইউ but I think when it comes to contents you have so many mediums now you can experiment explore and women oriented projects are happening more I would say and that's really encouraging and inspiring for a lot of all of us. Like in traditional cinema, I was lucky to start working with certain directors like Gautam Da, Rituparno Ghosh, Buddhadev Dasgupta, Anjan Da, Bappa Da. So I had the opportunity to explore women-oriented, female-oriented films, but that wasn't the case for everyone.
Yeah.
I think the OTT have really opened the gate for us, and so more opportunities for us. So good for us. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. May I request Paoli to stay on stage? May I ask the other winners to come on stage, please, for a photo op? With your trophies, if possible, if it's not too cumbersome. Thank you so much. And we'd like a nice photo op at the end. Such beautiful, beautiful and accomplished women. Chuni, you have to come in front. Yes, I insist. Do we have everyone on stage? Khushbu, you're the real organizer. You must be the organizer in your group also. Wonderful evening. Lakshmi, one last duty of the day. You have to give the vote of thanks. Thank you so much, everyone. Congratulations to all the winners, and may you keep powering on. Thank you.
As the curtains come down on the third edition of Devi Awards at Kolkata, on behalf of the New Indian Express, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to our chief guest, Khushbu Sundar, for so graciously accepting our invitation and being here today. Our gratitude to all our Devis, because of whom we are gathered here today, and for all the wonderful work that they have done and that they will continue to do as they spread cheer and positivity all around. Our sponsors, presenting partner Adani Group, associate partner Senco, National Jute Board, LIC, LNB Group, KGA, celebration partner Diageo, gifting partner Ahuja Sons, outdoor partner Selwell One, event partner Mirage, who've made this evening possible. Last but not the least, our guests who are here today to celebrate and cheer our inspiring Devis for their incredible journey. We wish to see you next year with a bigger edition of Devi Awards. Please stay back and enjoy the evening.